Alright, let me start with something that might annoy you a little. If motivation actually worked, you'd already have the life you want. Yeah, I said it, because motivation feels amazing for about 5 minutes. Then it disappears, like a flaky friend who hypes you up and never shows up to help you move. We've all been there. You watch a video, you feel pumped, you think, this is it. Tomorrow I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Gym, clean diet, new life, and tomorrow comes, and suddenly your bed feels extra comfortable, your phone feels extra interesting, and your motivation gone. Reduced to atoms. That's when people say, I just don't feel motivated. And here's the truth nobody likes hearing. Motivation isn't missing. It's unreliable. Motivation is a mood. Discipline is a system. Motivation depends on how you feel. Discipline depends on what you decide. Let me give you a simple example. Ever notice how you don't need motivation to brush your teeth? You don't stand in front of the mirror like, I'll wait until I feel inspired. No. You just do it because it's a habit, a rule, non-negotiable. That's discipline. Now think about the gym. On Monday, motivation is screaming, let's go. New week. By Thursday, motivation is like, maybe tomorrow. You worked hard. Discipline is the guy who says, I don't care how you feel, we're going. And here's the funny part. People think disciplined people are always motivated. They're not. They're just tired of negotiating with themselves. Motivation says, do it if you feel good. Discipline says, do it because you said you would. Huge difference. Let's talk real life for a second. Think about work. If you only showed up when you felt motivated, you'd be fired in a week. Bills don't care about your feelings. Deadlines don't care about your mood. Your boss definitely doesn't care if you weren't feeling it. So why do we expect our personal goals to work differently? Why do we treat our future like it's optional? Here's another truth. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Motivation says, this feels hard. Discipline says, this matters. Motivation is loud at the start. Discipline is quiet, boring, and effective. And yeah, discipline isn't sexy. No hype music. No goosebumps. Just showing up again and again and again. But that's where results come from. Think about the most consistent person you know. They're not jumping around screaming, I'm so motivated. They're calm. Almost boring. They just don't skip. That's power. Now let me say something important. This doesn't mean you'll never feel motivated. Motivation does show up. But here's the twist. Motivation comes after action, not before. You don't work out because you feel motivated. You feel motivated because you worked out. You don't start because you feel confident. You feel confident because you started. Action creates emotion, not the other way around. That's the lie motivation sold us. We were taught to wait. Wait to feel ready. Wait to feel inspired. Wait to feel confident. Discipline doesn't wait. Discipline moves first and lets the feelings catch up. Let me give you one last example. Ever notice how once you start cleaning your room, you suddenly want to clean everything? First, you're annoyed. 5 minutes in, you're like, all right, this isn't so bad. That's discipline turning into motivation. Start ugly. Start tired. Start unmotivated. Just start. Because the goal isn't to feel good. The goal is to become someone who keeps promises to themselves. And once you do that, confidence goes up. Self-respect goes up. Life gets quieter in a good way. No more arguing with yourself every morning. No more guilt at night. No more waiting for motivation like it owes you something. So if you're waiting for motivation right now, here's your wake-up call. It's not coming to save you, but discipline will if you build it. One small rule, one daily action, one promise you don't break. Do that long enough and motivation will start chasing you, not the other way around.